How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to Ethereal Enigma. Last time, we are starting to figure out there is a strange connection with the shrine. We're kind of starting to slowly piece together, like, where Valari came from and, like, how it's all working out. At least the fact that there are people who consistently are talking about ethereal energy at the shrine. So we have ground to work with. It looks like we're making progress. We also know that Valari is going to run for student council representative, so cool, I guess. The princess is going to just start taking power here. But again, it's a high school college. What possibly could go wrong with that? And regardless of that, we are kind of just, plodding along. We joined the science club, which is awesome. Very fitting for me and my history, as I was able to share with you last time. And then I tried to find Kira to go spend some time with her after school, but she apparently had already left. So we're just kind of on our way back. And it looks like we're thinking about a cafe, which we'll jump into in a second. But yeah. Life's good, life's fun. This story is just light, bubbly, full of joy and happiness. It's like any PixelFade game up till now. It might have some intense moments coming up, but mostly it's just funny and fun and a little heavy on the popular culture references, but yeah, it's fine. That's what we get, what we came for, right? So we're all good with that. But yeah, otherwise I'm just looking forward to an enjoyable afternoon. So sit back, relax, and just enjoy this with me, I hope, because I'm looking forward to having some good feelings after this one. So, let's just jump into it. I might as well get a snack before I'd go home. I heard about a hipster cafe that opened up across the street from school. It's supposed to have really good drinks and desserts, and I've been meaning to try it out. Now would be the perfect time. Wait, who's saying that? Me? I make my way over to the cafe and enter. Okay. Ooh, this does look kind of nice. Those chairs look cool, but they look horrifically uncomfortable. Like there's no back support whatsoever, and you'd end up like sitting like this, like a golem. It's like a golem chair. I had a mix of tabletops and casual couches, which the customers lounge in. The large window lets in lots of natural light, giving the place a cute, cozy atmosphere. The place is packed with students. I overhear a couple of guys chatting excitedly about a food and drink.
I'm so excited about the cafe's promotion this week. Me too. I love Hello Kitten.
Oh no. Oh no.
I can't decide what cake to get though. The Hello Chocolate Cake looks good. But so does the Hello Matcha Cake.
Huh? The cafe has a promotion? Excuse me. The guy's paused looking at me. Sorry to interrupt, but what's this promotion happening at this cafe?
You don't know? This week, their entire menu is Hello Kitten themed.
What? Really?
Yeah, it's to help promote the new Hello Kitten store that just opened up this week.
Interesting. The first guy nods.
I think it's really great when the community supports each other like that. I'm sure we'll get more cross promotions in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I see. Well, thanks for the info. They turn back to their conversation while I grab a menu and take a look. Every item on there has some kind of Hello Kitten reference. This isn't what I signed up for. The promotion will only last 1 week, so maybe I should come back when it's over. As I'm debating whether I should stay or go, I spot a familiar face at one of the tables. Will our luck strike again? Because, when we make choices in this game, it's not so much us making a choice, but dictating fate. It's going to be Kira, isn't it? Yep, Kira's sitting all by herself looking over a menu. What a coincidence. Since I wanted to talk to Kira anyway, maybe I'll stay. I make my way over. Hey, Kira, may I join you? Her gaze flicks up over the menu, then she nods.
Hey, sure, if you'd like to.
Thanks. I take the seat across from her. She continues to study the menu. Are you a Hello Kitten fan?
Yes.
I was half joking, but she answered so casually. Really? Kira puts down her menu and cocks her head to the side.
Is that surprising?
A little.
Every girl liked Hello Kitten growing up.
I mean, that's probably true. That's true. Even Mina went through a Hello Kitten phase when she was young. I guess Hello Kitten is universal. Is that what brings you here? She nods.
Do you like Hello Kitten too?
It's interesting because I could be like, oh, of course, but that'd be kind of like lying. But because like it's been honest through the dialogue, this is like, well, like it's not like I'm against Hello Kitten, but I didn't really come here for the Hello Kitten. I came just to check out the cafe. No, not really. I mean, she's cute, but she's not really my style.
Oh.
I actually came here because I heard the food would be really good. I didn't know I had the promotion this week.
I see.
We both turn back to the menu. They have a range of cakes, cookies, parfaits, coffee, and tea, all related to Hello Kitten. All right, here's the other thing too. Like, I can easily mess up routes by making choices like that. But frankly, if I'm playing these games just to unlock routes, I'm not going to be having the fun I like to have, especially on my first playthrough. If I end up getting a meh ending, oh well, you know, that's the way fate deals. But I also think being, it's funny because the word simp comes from being like a simpleton or just kind of, you know, groveling. Effectively groveling my character just to try and appeal to Kira. Like, I don't think that makes any sense. And that also takes the, what do you call it, the immersion away from it. You know, I'm here to have fun and to play a game in the way that I want to. And so, like, as much as I really don't want to miss the Kira route ending, because I'm pretty sold on her as a character at this point, I'm also not going to be going overtly. Like, I think last week I got so caught up on the meta, I stopped thinking about it as a game. So I'm going to just kind of go back to it and just play it. Like, it's going to be a combination of, like, trying to, like, talk to her in a way that's engaging, but, like, I'm also just going to be me, if that makes any sense. So I don't know. It's not like I'm not the kind of person to do optimal play. I like playing games to play games. Like when I play things like Skyrim or you're watching me play like Persona, it's like you'll notice I'm not looking up guides. I'm not going for pure optimization. I'm doing what I think I want to do most. It's because that's how I play games. That's how I enjoy them. I'm never going to have an optimal play. It's also how I play like D&D and like stuff like that. Like, there's plenty of people who make really amazing characters, and it's like, it's fun to watch, but I'd rather play a character whose story I can get invested in, and so that's what I'm doing here. Anyway, we'll turn back to the menu that we're going to get rid of that. After a moment, Kira sets down her menu. Do you know what you want? She nods.
I'll get the hello strawberry cake and a hello latte.
That sounds good.
What about you?
You know what? I think it honestly sounds pretty good, so I'll join you. That sounds like the best combo to get the full experience of this cafe. It's a good balance of tastiness and aesthetics. I think I'll have the same. Kira nods. I think she's happy with my choice. Cool. But like, the other choice is buy the biggest thing on the menu, that just seems extravagant. And then blatantly avoiding the Hello Kitten, like, I don't know. It's a promotional week. You gotta still try it. Just because you're not a fan of it doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. A waitress soon comes by and takes down our order. Kira looks around as we wait. Each table has a small basket of Hello Kitten trinkets and toys, including ours. She reaches inside and pulls out the headband with the cat ears, complete with the signature red bow. Oh no. Oh no. She turns it in her hands, inspecting it curiously. I bet Kira would look cute in this. I wonder if she'd wear it. It's like, please, please, please. Gods above, please. Hey, Kira. She looks up. You should try those on. It's like, get the camera out. I chuckle myself, expecting her to refuse. Oh my gosh. She pauses, staring at the ears. To my surprise, she accepts it with a little shrug and places it on her head. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. Oh, I've never seen such perfection before in my life. Honestly, you could probably pass it off as not being like fake. She blinks a couple times before facing me. I didn't know I wanted to sit down now. Oh, no, I knew I wanted this. I can't stop staring. Kira's bright, blinking eyes paired with the ears is just too cute. I feel like my heart will explode. You're so cute. Kira stares at me. My face burns bright red. I didn't mean to blurt that out. I mean, the kitty ears are very cute on you.
Really?
I nod, not trusting myself to speak. Oh, the smile. It's even better. I see the face smile on her face before it disappears. To my disappointment, she removes the headband and puts it back in the basket. Gosh, where was the camera? Well, it's okay. I could screenshot. So, Protag, I got it up on you. Also, it's a game, so. The waitress returns to our order and places it in front of us. Kira stares at the food in front of her. Her steaming latte has a cute Hello Kitten drawn on the foam. They even include a small detail of her eyes, whiskers, and bow. That's talent. The dainty cake is a square-cut vanilla cake layered with strawberries and fresh cream. The very top of the cake has chocolate drops for eyes and long chocolate whiskers, both shaped strawberry ganache on the top corner. See, that sounds awesome. Like, I'm not a huge Hello Kitten fan, you know, for, like, you gotta change it up a little bit for, you know, reasons. But, I think I'd totally be down with going for something like this. Like, would I go to the store specifically for Hello Kitten? No. But I would absolutely take advantage of it while I was there. My food just looks just as delicious. Even after I've started to dig in, Kira continues to stare. Is something wrong?
I don't want to eat it.
It's too cute. Why? What's wrong?
It's too cute.
Yep. It's like, what? Maybe you could drink your latte first? She shakes her head.
That's cute too.
She looks back and forth between the latte and cake.
My latte kitten is too pretty to ruin.
How about we share some of ours? Kira picks up her fork, gentle determination creasing her brow. She carefully cuts into the cake and takes a bite. Her eyes widen and a soft smile graces her lips. There she goes. She immediately goes to her second bite. This is the most enthusiasm I've seen from her. Do you like it? She nods, too busy eating to answer. I smile. It's really nice to see Kira happy about something. As we eat, I hear two guys talking loudly at the table beside us.
Hey, did you get a copy of the new prototype yet? I heard they're sending them out to major bloggers.
You mean the Igarashi Orbulus chasm? I think it's just a few select outlets that got a copy so far, at least for now.
Igarashi Orbulus Chasm? So obviously it's her company. Orbulus Chasm, what's that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be like the VR thing, like the Oculus, maybe?
Man, that sucks.
I know! I really want to try it out.
Yeah, okay, it's supposed to be like
They say it's
Oculus.
the most realistic VR system developed so far. The games are supposed to be awesome.
I've heard the Oculus Chasm too, and all the hype about it. Oh man, the Orbulus Chasm does sound cool.
It's pretty interesting. Some of the games I tried were quite realistic.
Yeah, come on, don't be an idiot here. Remember, the name. It takes a moment for my brain to register what she said. Wait, you played it already? She nods.
My parents sent me one to try out.
Sometimes I forget Kira's parents are the same Igarashis. She's so down to earth and never flaunts her background. That's so cool. I can't wait to release so I can test it out.
You can try mine.
Yes! Wait, are you serious? She nods. That would be amazing. When can I try it? She shrugs.
Whenever you want.
Does Saturday work for you?
Sure.
Cool. Can you bring it to my house whenever it's convenient? She shakes her head.
It would be better if you come to my house.
Hoke, please don't kill me. I've been too young to die. Okay, I don't know what I want to say here. It must relate to the VR. Like, that's the logical explanation. Maybe she'll let me see her room. I mean, that's like daydreamy, but like, what? A fierce blush warms my face. Kara lives alone. She just invited me to be alone with her in her house. Are you sure that's okay? She nods.
It's easier this way. All of the sensors for the VR system are set up in my house.
Oh! I let out a breath I'd been holding, relief flooding over me. That's all she was thinking. Okay, sure. Broad grin splits my face. This is awesome. We settle on a time and Kara texts me her address. There's a warm fullness in my belly and heart. I'm really looking forward to the weekend. Fetch, I would be too! I want to do VR so much. Oh my gosh, they had the, then they just had like a VR that's like a ninja game. Like, I've been dying for something like that. It reminds me of this, I can't remember what it was. It was some ninja game. It was all just stealth based, like leaping on roofs and stuff. It was very easy, but just barrels of fun. And it looked like a version of that, but like VR. It looked amazing. And I'm so sad I can't play it because it looks so cool. When we finish up, I pay our orders and gather our things.
I'm going home.
Yeah, me too. Glad I ran into you here.
Same. See you in class.
Yeah, see you. We say our goodbyes and head our separate ways. I'm surprised she's so casual about being alone in her house with me. This must mean she trusts me now, though. The thought makes me happy. I like that Kira's comfortable opening up to me more. She never ceases to surprise me. Yeah. I wouldn't put too much other thought into it. Like, it's legitimately, like, she just sees us as a friend, at least. And that's great. It's great. It's great. As I walk home, I wonder about what her house looks like. I guess I'll find out soon. Once home, I head to my room. The rest of the evening goes by quickly. After working on some homework, I play games until late into the night. Once I realize the time, I get ready for bed. Then I settle in and go to sleep. I'm jerked awake by a fluffy thwack to the head. What on earth is this? What?
Wake up, wake up, wake up!
Mia bounces in front of my face as I groan.
You did so well yesterday. What happened?
I remember the joys of sleep.
Well, now you can remember the joys of being awake.
She rips off my blankets and dashes out of the room before I can retaliate. I hear her voice in the hall.
Hurry up! Breakfast is getting cold.
With a sigh, I tear myself away from my comfy bed and get ready. Oh well, I reconvene with everyone downstairs and quickly eat breakfast. Once we're all ready, we set off to school. Mina leads the way with Erilynn following close behind. She seems to be in especially high spirits. She walks with a purpose, taking confident strides. I have a feeling she's enjoying the attention from campaigning. I spot a flash of gelled hair as Kosei catches up with us.
Hey guys!
Hey.
Oh, Kosei, you made it today.
What do you mean I made it? You're the ones who've been consistently late.
Well, to be fair, we have extra people. Being early is lame. That's a guilty as charged. I smile sheepishly. That might be my fault.
It definitely is. There's no might about it.
Jeez, you couldn't cut me a little bit of slack?
I just don't want Kosei getting the wrong idea.
Erilynn, who had walked ahead, finally pauses to turn and look at us with confused expressions. Oh, here we go.
If you keep standing around, then we really are going to be late.
Oh, you're right.
Mina rushes to catch up while Kosei falls into step with me. He glances at Erilynn.
She seems eager to get to school today.
Oh yeah, she's really enjoying this idea of running for some kind of position. Yeah.
I bet she's excited for the debate.
I blink. What debate?
The candidate debate for grade representative. Did you forget?
Wait, that's today? Oh yeah, that makes sense. I hope she's ready. It's not long before we reach the school. Erilynn walks briskly, leading us straight through the doors. Once we're inside, we head to the cafeteria where chairs are set up. It's already packed with first years from all the homeroom classes. Erilynn splits off from us and joins Jiro and the other candidates. There's a small girl with short hair who fidgets nervously, a stocky guy teasing the nervous girl, and another girl who looks bored out of her mind. They must be from the other homeroom classes. None of them seem promising as the candidates. By the way, 26 degrees Celsius sounds lovely. Man, I wish I lived in an idyllic world that always had great weather. I see Kira doodling in a notebook and sitting next to her. With Mina and Kosei following behind us, she briefly glances up and gives me a nodded greeting. I nod back. A few moments later, all of the homeroom teachers arrive.
Good morning, everyone!
Everyone settles down as Misato reaches the podium at a makeshift stage. In fact, there's a bunch of podiums set up in front of the room today.
We have a very exciting start to our day. The grade representative debate! I hope everyone is awake and alert and ready to listen.
Oh boy. Misato gestures to the podiums.
Let's have all of our candidates join us on stage, please.
All of them scoot out of their seats and situate themselves one in front of each podium. Misato relocates to the side.
Now, we're going to do things a little differently this year. I want everyone to anonymously write down a question for our candidates to answer and drop them into this bin. I'll use those in today's debate.
I totally know the middle answer is going to be something really mean for Erilynn. Think about what issues are important to me. So, lunch. That's just stupid. I mean, I honestly would want to ask a question, like, even if it never got drawn. Each of them have ideas of how they're going to change the school for the better, but realistically, they'll have to tackle one issue at a time. If elected, what would be the first change you'd make to this school? That's a good question. Feeling pleased, I fold up my question and drop it in the bin. When the bin is full, Misato addresses the candidates. Somebody else could be the dummy.
When I ask a question, you'll each be given a chance to answer. We'll start with Miss Hana Sasaki.
The nervous girl swallows hard, readying herself for her question. Misato shuffles the bin, randomly pulls out a slip of paper.
What is your favorite color?
They said any question. The girl blinks while Misato frowns.
Okay, who wrote this? Let's take this seriously, please.
After sorting through the questions and listening to the other homeroom candidate responses, I have to say I'm not impressed with any of them. Hana was too nervous to put together a coherent sentence. The stocky guy, Ray, spent the entire debate making mean comments about Hana. That's really? Like, that's all you were here to do? What a jerk. And the bored girl, Shion, declined to answer any questions at all. Why is she even bothering to run if it is a complete mystery?
This question is for Mr. Osamu.
Miss Sato reads off the slip of paper.
If elected, what would be the first change you would make to this school?
Hey, it's my question. I focus on listening. Jiro gravely pushes his glasses up his nose.
As I've said before, I'm determined to ensure we have the highest level of education, and a major component of that is having top quality materials.
There's an audible groan from the audience. Why am I on his side though? I mean, he's got a fair point. Schools are woefully under equipped. I mean, good grief. Even like when I graduated, they still had those light projector things that they were still using. Like the table where you put like the clear paper on and project. Like there were teachers who were still having to use that. That's like from like decades and decades and decades ago. Like, why do they still have to use that? Oh no, not this again. He clears his throat.
Truly it makes a difference. Think of how much easier it will be to read the board without distracting streak marks, or to have chalk sturdy enough to write without breaking.
To be fair, like, I don't understand, why is he so obsessed with chalk? Like, that's really not an issue here. Jiro continues to drone on and on. I fight to keep my eyelids from drooping, but it's a struggle. Other students slump in their seats from boredom.
And I'll fight to make sure that there's an accessible copy of all textbooks, so people of all backgrounds can afford the same level of education.
Now, that's actually a decent thing to have. Like, there should be, but, like, shouldn't that already be a thing?
Yes, those things are all very important.
Wait, I wasn't done!
You were past your time, so I'll allow Miss Dawn to continue.
Everything my opponent said is important, but the more important issue is to make sure that school is fun. Productivity is proven to decrease when people are stressed or unhappy.
Oh.
So I'll ensure that each and every student enjoys their time here at school.
There's a golden answer.
Starting with today.
Suddenly, rainbow wrappers of candy shower the cafeteria and sweet treats. How did she arrange that?
I bet when you woke up this morning, you weren't expecting free candy.
Wait, where'd she even get the candy? How, the money? What? Everyone jumps out of their chairs, their arms outstretched as they reach for candy.
What?
Oh my god, how did she know? How did she know I wanted candy?
Oh boy, these guys are just so bright and it's... I mean, she knows her audience. Let's give her that.
She really does know what the people want! This is the best day of my life!
Why? What? Wow, you must have a crappy life if this is the best day. Jiro stares with his mouth hanging open, too dumbfounded to speak.
What? That isn't even... How did... Where did this candy even come from?
Does Erilynn have magic? I actually never thought about that. She might actually just genuinely have magic. I mean, it's common where she comes from, right? Erilynn wears a broad grin as she seemingly pulls candy out of nowhere and throws fistfuls of it into the crowd.
You get free candy, and you get free candy. Everybody gets free candy.
Oh gosh, Oprah. My precious. Yeah, candy. I reach up and catch a handful of candy that flies my way. Candy for breakfast? Yes, please. I quickly unwrap a piece and sigh happily as the sweetness melts in my mouth. Kosei and Mina both dive out of their seats, competing as to who can catch the most candy. The only person who remains seated is Kira. Even Misato keeps a handful of candy and hides it in her pocket. I hear the chanting grow from a soft whisper to a loud roar amidst the chaos and pure joy. Eri, Eri, Eri! She blows the crowd a kiss before taking a low bow. Jiro continued complaints are drowned out by the rising chant. You know, Jiro might make a great VP if there were a VP in this case, but she's not like running for president. She's running for representative. This is like a huge deal for like a class representative. I remember I got elected as a class representative because I raised my hand. I literally asked to be class representative in my senior year. And there were 3 people who volunteered to do it, and they just held an impromptu election where they said hey, like everyone write down your name, and I got picked just out of cause, but like nobody cared. Even the other 2 were just like, ah, well. Oh man. Eventually, with the help of the other homeroom teachers, Misato settles the students. Every single piece of candy is claimed, but the room quiets down. Misato clears her throat.
Wow, what an unprecedented turn of events! I can confidently say that this is the most creative and energetic debate I've seen yet.
You know, more presidential debates should look to this in the future. I think giving away free candy is a step in the positive direction, although it essentially is what most of the people offer, because in a lot of debates they make promises that they can't keep, they just can't keep, or if they do keep, they keep in very odd ways. So who cares at this point, right? I mean, what does it even matter? But Erilynn, I think, would actually do a good job.
Unfortunately, we'll have to end the rest of the debate early as classes will start soon.
But we've only answered 1 question each. I haven't even shared my 3-point plan.
Erilynn grins.
Ending the debate early is no issue. I believe my actions speak louder than words.
I mean, she's got a point. The crowd cheers again while Jiro scowls.
I'm sorry, Mr. Osamu, but time is up. Everyone, return to your classrooms.
Commotion roars in a deafening clatter as students disperse out of the cafeteria. Miss Sato herds us all back to our classrooms, allowing us a moment to get our excitement out of our system. She then begins the lesson. The students still talk about the debate all through lessons. It's a relief when the first half of class is over. That went beautifully. This game is just fun. Like, every scene is just, it's a bit of joy. It's just great. Is it deep? Is it contemplative? Is it like world-changing, world-shattering? Absolutely not. It's pretty, let's be honest, it's kind of shallow. But it's like, it's the shallow in the sense of like, the pools at a water park are shallow. Yeah, it's not deep enough for you to go diving, but it's certainly deep enough to have a ton of fun. And that's exactly what Ethereal Enigma feels like to me. The bell rings, indicating it's time for lunch. The classrooms erupt in conversation and scraping chairs as everyone files out of the room. My stomach rumbles. I can't wait to dig into my bento. Who should I have lunch with? Yes! I mean, does it really matter at all? Like, I like Mina, I like Kosei, I like Erilynn, but come on, like, Kira's the best! She's so fun! Kira and I haven't spent a lot of time together. Yes, we have! I've spent, like, every day with her. That's a lie. Anyway, I wonder if she see if she wants to eat lunch with me. I spot her as she heads towards the cafeteria and catch up to her. Hey, Kira. She turns.
Hello.
You heading to lunch? She nods. Would you like to eat together?
Oh.
She pauses, blinking in surprise, and then nods.
Sure.
Great. I wonder if she's okay. Maybe I'm smothering her. I don't know. Kira and I walk to the cafeteria. Once we're there, she gets in line to buy a lunch, and I grab us a table. She returns a moment later and sits down across from me. This time, Uncle Hajime prepared buns for us. My stomach growls in anticipation. I take a bite, and the flavors instantly melt across my tongue. I glance up to see Kira staring at me. What's up?
Your bread looks good.
Thanks, my uncle made it. They sell these at the bakery, so we have tons for lunch pretty often. She blinks.
The bakery?
I nod. Yeah, my family runs a bakery nearby. Mina and I are actually working there today. You're more than welcome to stop by and check it out if you want. She tucks a piece of her hair back in response.
I see. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks.
Now here, come on. Trade. Offer her a trade. You can even give her some, but like frankly, it's better to do a trade in these situations. But like, hey, tell you what, you can have a piece of this now if you let me have like, I don't know, something. Silence settles over us. As we return to our lunches, my eyes drift over the notebook she's always scribbling in. It's peeking out of her bag. Is that notebook for your homework? She shakes her head. Oh, I've just noticed you writing it a lot, so I thought you were taking notes.
I do, but not in there.
What do you use that notebook for? She hesitates. Is she a writer? Oh, that would explain why I like her so much.
Just some drawings for fun.
Ooh, an artist, even better. I perk up. Really? It makes sense she'd be into art. She's always doodling and mentioned visiting an art booths at the fair. Are you joining the art club this year then? Shakira doesn't answer right away.
I haven't decided on a club yet.
Track club. Why? Why is this even an answer? No rush on deciding. We should check out the art club. But here's the thing. Whilst the art club would be great, she's very much reserved. Like, and also like, here's the thing. Art, writing, because I've done writing before. I did a lot of writing in high school. Like, when you're a creator, it's like your baby. Like, not everyone is ready to just throw it out there for the public to see. Maybe someday, and that's okay, but it's something you should take your time on. Like, it's like while it's like this might be the optimal answer, I think there's no rush. Like it's good to be up there, but like if you haven't decided yet, you're not comfortable sharing your art, then don't pressure yourself to. You still have some time to decide. I'm sure you'll figure it out. She nods. Were there any clubs that stuck out to you?
Maybe the art club.
That makes sense. We both nearly finished our meals. There's still a lot of time before lunch is over. Since we've got time, why don't we visit the art club now? She hesitates.
Is that a good idea?
It could help you make a decision. She pauses for a moment considering. Then to my surprise, she nods. Here's the thing. That made a lot more sense. That wasn't just be like, oh, you should go to the art club. They're so amazing. They're so great. Like, that's like smothering, you know, like be more like, well, you have plenty of time to decide, but if you want to try the art club, why don't we go? Like, that's a great way to actually like push her a little bit.
Okay.
This is cool. Like, I like the choice I just made there. We finish the rest of our lunch and head towards the art club room. A few students are sitting around with their sketchbooks. Someone who looks like they might be the president brightens when she sees us.
Oh, hi! You're Kira, right? I remember you visiting our booth at the club fair.
A hint of surprise flashes across Kira's face, but she keeps her composure.
Yes, that's me.
The girl grins.
I thought so. It's nice to see you again. Have you decided to join us?
I'm still considering it.
The girl looks at me.
What about you?
No, I'm just here for support.
Great.
She turns back to Kira.
What's your favorite method of art?
Drawing.
Me too! In fact, most of us here like to draw.
It makes sense. It's like a universal start point for most people. She pauses.
Oh, you know what? I think you'll appreciate this. Follow me.
She leads us to the large cabinet where she swings it open, reveals an array of fancy pens and art supplies. Kira sucks in a small breath.
What do you think?
Are those Maru pens? And a liter ink?
Yes! What do you normally use?
It depends. Usually Pilot ink.
We have that too.
Kira takes a closer look. She touches one of the pens. I assume it's the Pilot ink one. Then she pauses.
You have Kaime ink?
Yep, good eye. They're pretty popular due to their fast drying time.
I've never worked with them before.
I had no idea what any of this is. The girl reaches into the closet and offers Kira a pen. As a writer, though, I do know about picking good pens. It sounds really silly, but when you do a lot of handwriting, you want to have a pen that works well for what you're doing. And having one that dries quickly would actually be really nice. That's something I never took up when I was doing a lot of handwriting on pen paper. But I would have loved, because streaking was always a problem, just trying to write, especially when I got into the zone, I was writing quickly.
Would you like to give it a try? I think you'd love it.
Kira accepts the pen and practices a few test sketches.
Well, what do you think?
It's very smooth. The fast ink dry time is very helpful.
No more smudgy fingerprints all over the paper, right?
Kira smiles, and the art president laughs. They're even having an inside joke that I don't get. Looks like Kira's having a good time. I watch as she begins to relax. They continue to talk about other art styles and materials up until the bell rings, signaling the end of our free hour. The students start to gather their belongings, and we help clean up.
I seriously hope you'll consider joining our club. We'd love to have you.
Thank you for letting me test out the pen.
Anytime.
The art club president steps away. Seems like you had fun. She looks thoughtful.
I did, actually.
So, what do you think? Are you gonna join? She smiles slightly.
Yes, I think I will. Thank you for encouraging me.
Oh, no problem. No problem, literally. I'm glad Kira decided on something she really likes. Aw, that was adorable. As we walk to class, I feel like we've grown a little closer today. Once I'm in the classroom, I slide into my desk. Lunch flew by too quickly, and I think my classmates all feel the same. For some reason, they're extra chatty today. Miss Sato crosses to the front of the room.
All right, class. Please open your books to page 394.
Only a few listening students comply. The rest are still absorbed in their conversations. Wait a second. We started school like a week ago. How are we in page 394?
Actually, since it seems like you all know the material, we'll have a pop quiz instead.
Oh, no. I can almost hear the record scratch as everyone snaps to attention. The room is now loud with protest instead of conversation. Miss Sato smiles.
I'm glad everyone is now paying attention. You'll need that focus to complete the quiz.
Oh, no, she's serious? Mina groans and flops onto her desk.
No. This day was going so well.
Kosei flashes a cocky grin.
She's just bluffing. She's not really gonna make us take a pop quiz, right?
Oh, I think she is. We watch Misato begin writing on the board. Kosei looks at me, uncertainty growing.
Right?
I mean, it looks like she's serious. He flops onto his desk, imitating Mina.
No!
Erilynn flips back her hair, entirely calm.
It's only a little quiz. That's hardly a challenge.
Uh-huh. You're only saying that because we're in math class. She smirks and leans back in her seat. I glance over at Kira, who's doodling in her notebook. She doesn't seem to care at all about the quiz. Miss Sato dusts off her hands.
The questions are on the board. You have 15 minutes.
We all pull out a fresh sheet of paper and get to work. Classes continue for the rest of the day, and I make sure to pay attention. Very fun, very fun. We got all the time for an evening activity, I'm guessing. By the end of the day, I'm itching to get out of school. The bell finally rings and everyone shoots up from their seats. I grab my belongings and head out of the classroom. Now that I finally have some time, I should find someone to hang out with. I mean, it really feels like smothering, but come on! What else am I supposed to do here? It seems so single-minded, but Kira's great. I wonder what Kira's up to this afternoon. Maybe we can hang out. Oh, it's so much time with her. Look around the halls and end up spotting her alone inside the art club room. Seriously, smothering. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. She has paints and canvas set up by the windows, and her laptop is open on the desk in front of her. I can hear a voice coming from the laptop. She watches it intently while she paints. Is this going to be her Bob Ross reference? I think I'll quietly join her. I don't want to break her concentration. I'll just go in and say hello when there's a break. I walk into the room and stand beside her looking at the video. When she glances over, I meet her gaze. She nods in greeting and I nod back. What are you watching?
A painting video.
Kira moves the laptop so I can see better. It's a man with ridiculously large permed hair painting a picture that's very similar to the one Kira's working on.
Okay,
Yep,
now
Rob
we're going
Boss.
to add a happy little tree right here, poking into our beautiful blue sky.
Wait a minute, didn't we already see this somewhere? Where did we hear Rob Boss before? What is this?
Painting with Joy, with Rob Boss.
Is that the guy from Tweetch?
That's where most people know him from, although he's been around since before
Oh,
then.
okay, that's what it was. A reference to and then that's the Twitch, the live stream channel where it was like they were just playing it consistently, and it got really like mainstream for a while. The painter with the ridiculous hair continues his demonstration.
Let's add some happy little shrubs and a happy little pond. Maybe a happy little boulder over here.
He adds each of those things in his painting, except his pond ends up much bigger than expected, so he turns into a lake.
Remember, there are no mistakes, only happy little accidents.
Now, I know that's a super cliche line from him, but it's such a good line, you know? Kira continues her work. Her painting's very similar to the one Rob Boss is making, although hers is much more stylized. How happy are your trees, Kira? She draws a tiny smiley face on the response. I chuckle. Very happy. So why the sudden interest in painting?
I signed up for the art club.
I grin. I had a feeling you would after our visit.
It was a convincing visit.
But why does that make you have the paint?
It doesn't. I wanted to give it a try. I draw a lot, but haven't really explored other mediums of art. Everyone in the club works with multiple materials and styles.
I see. That's not a bad idea. You can try different forms of art and ask the club members to help or suggestions if you need it.
Yes, so I'm starting with painting.
Kira adds a gray mountain to the background of her painting while I stand there and watch. I kind of want to try painting now too, because some of you might know, especially with the public patron cast I did for Christmas, I started getting into figure painting for Age of Sigmar, and I'm actually need to get back into that. I've been struggling to find the time, but I do plan on continuing that more, especially because I changed up the paint job completely. It actually looks a lot different, but I really like the direction it's going now. And with it, we have this, I've learned a lot of things about blending and about layering and stuff that I had no clue about. And so now I'm kind of curious if I would actually like canvas painting. Now that I know enough about how paints work, and I'm starting to get a bit of an understanding of how blending works, and live blending, wet blending, and I'm hoping that I could try that sometime. So I might just snag a canvas sometime in the future and try painting. She glances at me.
Do you want to paint too?
Sure, but I can't paint. Yeah, why not? It seems fun, although I'm not exactly good at painting.
That's okay. Rob Boss will teach you.
Aw. If I can't paint well, I can at least paint positively. Kira pauses the video and heads over to the wall for art supplies. She sets up an easel for me and offers a few colors of paint.
You can find more paint and brushes in there.
Thanks. I grab whatever supplies I need, ready myself in front of my canvas. Get myself all psyched. Kira starts the video.
Welcome to The Painting of Joy with me, Rob Boss. I hope you're all having a beautiful day.
The voice actor they got does a decent job with his very is that husky? Husky might be the word for it, but it's soft. Husky I always think of as gruff, but it's like a gentle husky voice. The video quickly turns to the host's painting tutorial. He has a very calming way of speaking. Kira adds details to her painting while I get started. No, I don't think I should just do what comes naturally. I should do my best to follow the video. It's kind of like in Persona 5. You can add some flair if you want, but when you aren't skilled enough to have practice that, you should just follow the tutorial. I should take this seriously. Who knows? I might learn something. I fill my canvas with happy little trees, happy white clouds. My canvas also has way more happy little accidents than it should, but that's okay. If I squint hard enough, it looks as good as Rob Boss's. If you look from far enough away and tilt your head to the left 45 degrees, it actually looks okay. When we're finished, I stand back from my painting. What do you think? Kara takes a look.
You followed the video well. It looks great.
Thank you. A warmth of pride flows through me. I look over at Kira's painting, which is full of detail. There's snow in the mountains and leaves in the forest floor and ripples in the water. It's hard to believe she's made such a nice picture in such a short amount of time. Wow, that's really good. Are you sure you haven't painted before?
Maybe a little, but I'm not very comfortable with it.
She remains modest, but the small twitch to her lips shows me that she's appreciated the compliment. What does it look like when you're comfortable? Shakira hesitates for a moment. I hope I didn't ask for something too personal. Sorry, I didn't mean to phrase it so weirdly.
No, it's okay.
She grabs her bag off the floor and rummages through it before pulling out her familiar notebook. Remember, someone showing you their art, when they aren't voluntarily showing it in public, it's effectively, it's almost an intimate thing. And it can be in a lot of ways. Not in a sense of like romantic intimate, but like vulnerability intimate. Like her work is going to be something that she prizes because it's a big part of her. And she's proud of it, but she also feels like it's probably not perfect because every creator is their own worst critic. So if someone paints or art or writes or does something like that, and they show it to you and they haven't showed it to really anybody else, maybe a couple people, you should understand that you have entered a very almost sacred level of trust. It doesn't mean you have to be particularly special to them per se. Like, it's not like they're just going to be romantically interested in you or whatever, but it means that they trust you enough that they want to hear what you think, and they also want you to be honest. Not brutally honest, but honest. You should be willing to give a little critiquing here or there, but only if you understand the subject matter well enough. If you yourself are a writer and are working with another writer who's showing you their work for the first time, you have a platform with which to give general, like, constructive feedback. But if you're not a writer or a painter and someone shows you a painting, don't try and critique it so much, but maybe just ask them questions and maybe say like, well, why did you choose to do this, rather than saying like, that doesn't look very good. Because again, you don't have enough knowledge to be able to offer like a lot of actual constructive criticism, so just to be criticism, and that's not helpful. But this is a very important step for somebody, but like especially building a friendship wise. After another pause, she hands it to me. I open it up to see page after page of manga-style characters in a variety of poses. There are fantasy warriors with giant swords, sci-fi marines, ordinary high schoolers, almost every popular manga trope. Oh, it should be so fun to know! Oh my gosh. A waifu who drives waifus? You shut your face. This is what she always doing. Like, so talented. Like, Fetch, I'd be like, oh, this is awesome. I remember I was so touched. I remember in junior high, I met a girl who we had, I think we were in orchestra together, and she was always nice and it was fun to be around, but it turned out she was an anime fan far before I was, and she actually invited me and a couple other friends over, and she showed us Ergo Proxy, which is a really good, very dark series, but very, very good. I really enjoyed it. And she just loved to have people to talk about it with. And so, like, we became pretty decently close. Like, I don't think we did a whole lot of hanging out, but, like, we were closer. And it was nice to have someone around to just be able to talk about that. And I remember one day she just popped up and she handed me a picture. And she said, like, this is how I picture you if you were an anime character. And it was cute. It was fun. But it really, I was just blown away that somebody actually, like, drew a caricature of me like that. Ever since then, I've always had this really love of art and art style. And so, like, I've been blown away by artists whom, like, I've commissioned. Like, one of which I just commissioned for the Muv-Love piece, just because I wanted to have an end card that was fitting me and, like, how much I loved Muv-Love. And then the second one, the one that's probably the end of this video, at least a few times, which is the Persona version of me, was a commission I made, but it's somebody who's on the channel, like hello, like, link in the description, please check out their work. It's really, really good. But like, they approached me and said like, hey, I'd love to do art for you if you'd be interested in commissioning me. And they did it for, like, it was such a great deal in my eyes. So like, it's funny that love, that interest in the art, and like, especially like having art that's like personalized, started way back in high school because somebody just was being kind. So anyway, long story short, she's so talented. Wow, Kira, these are amazing. I didn't know any better. I'd have mistaken them for professional sketches. I catch a slight pinch of red in her cheeks.
Thanks, but they aren't that good.
They definitely are. I didn't realize you were into stuff like manga. She nods.
I like the style. It's versatile.
I agree. It's funny because I hear a lot of art students talking about how, like, teachers will always, like, kind of shame people in school for drawing in manga style. But now look who's making all the money. And look how much the art style is just like integrating into mainstream culture here in the United States, let alone obviously Japan. But like, oh my gosh, like it's amazing what's kind of happening in that space. So it's fun. It is versatile. How so?
You can have cute characters, tough characters, and anything in between, all while drawing in the same style. It's inclusive.
That's true. That's an interesting way to view it. I've never thought of it like that. Honestly, I thought too deeply about manga. I've never thought too deeply about manga or anime. I've only ever thought about whether I liked it or not. Based on Kira's home life, I can see why inclusiveness appeals to her. How long have you been drawing these? She pauses, thinking about it.
I don't know exactly. It's been a while, though.
Have you ever thought about making your own manga?
My own manga?
Yeah, your designs are good enough for it. She falls quiet again. I don't think the thought had occurred to her before.
Would anyone read it?
I would.
Making a manga.
Kira is interrupted by a beeping from her phone. She looks down at it, then back up at me.
Sorry, I have a meeting I need to go to.
Oh, sure. Don't let me keep you. She nods and I return the notebook to her. Together we clean up the art room and put away our paintings. Thanks for letting me paint with you.
No problem.
You should really consider making a manga. She smiles softly.
I will.
We say goodbye and Kira heads to the hall. I start heading home. Now, if this is like Ace Academy, it might be a thing where like I've definitely been doing a lot of stuff with Kira, but like there's only like so many events that Kira has in this chapter. And so like I'll spend time with Kira, but then eventually I'll get choices again and just Kira won't be available. And so then I can choose somebody else to spend some time with, you know? So it's like I can have like a main interest, but I can also get to know the other characters as well. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Anyway, I hope she does take my advice to heart. It would be cool to see what kind of manga Kira would create, and even cooler to see her work displayed for others to enjoy. When I return home, I head up to my room. After finishing up my homework, it's soon time for my shift to the bakery. I change and head downstairs, but I don't see Mina. She must be there already. The walk to the bakery is quick and easy. I arrive a few minutes early for my shift. As I expected, Mina's already there. She grins when she sees me.
Right on time. I was worried you'd be late without me there to remind you.
That's a sweet answer, but I was promised cupcakes. Mina sighs.
I should have known you'd never be late when it involves food.
So, do you use cupcakes?
I said we'd get them after our shift.
I knew they'd have strings attached. People start trickling in and Mina and I split off to help them. After assisting a few customers, a friendly face comes through the door. Kira.
Hello.
Oh, hi Kira.
Mina looks just as surprised to see her as I am. I didn't expect to see you here.
I came to buy that bread you had at lunch.
Oh yeah, it's really good. Let me get one for you.
That's okay, I'll get it.
Aw. She disappears into the back, which is strange considering we have the bread stacked out front. Oh, I see what she did. Mina, good wingman. Or wingwoman. Maybe she wants to grab a fresh one for Kira. I notice Kira looking around the bakery.
It's nice here. It feels cozy.
Oh yeah. Thanks, it's a fun place to work. Feel free to browse. Everything here is good, so you can't go wrong.
They do look good, but I wouldn't know what else to get.
I could make some recommendations. She nods.
Sure.
You'll probably want something sweet, right? She blinks in surprise.
How did you know?
Well, we did go to the cafe. I remembered you like sweet things from the cafe. I think I see a smile.
You're right.
See, like, I like this. I kind of like how I definitely been like, smothering Kira, but at the same time, I like how it's playing off of those choices right away, you know? Like, I could have invited Kira to the cafe, but if I hadn't gone to the cafe with Kira, maybe I wouldn't have had such a logical progression here. Like, I wonder what would have changed. That might be really interesting to see. I might have to replay just to see if there's like a dramatic change in dialogue there, because of my choices, or if it would have ultimately not mattered. I'll look around the bakery. Cupcake, offer up my sweets. Oh gosh, no. Point to the entire cake display. No. I think a cupcake sounds reasonable. She definitely doesn't seem like the kind of person to gorge. Actually, Aunt Emiko and Uncle Hajime are working on creating on a catering order, and their cupcakes are really good. I could get you one of those if you like.
Is that okay?
I'm sure it'll be fine. They always make extra just in case something happens. Normally those just go to Mina and me, so I'm happy to bring you one.
That's kind, but I don't want to trouble you.
It's no trouble. Come on. You give me stuff all the time. Let me treat you.
Next time, I'll try a cupcake, though.
I nod. Okay, sure. Even though she turned down the offer, I see her looking at the cake display. It seems like she's taking my suggestion of cupcakes to heart. Mina returns with Kira's bread.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Ooh. I think I want to offer it on the house because this is different. Like, when she offered me things, I just accepted it graciously. I'm hoping she'll do the same because it's a gift. Kira brings the bread to the register, but I shake my head. This one's on me. She pauses, clearly surprised.
I don't mind paying for it.
I know, but consider it a thank you for stopping by. If you like the bread, then please come back and try more of our selection. After a moment, she nods.
Thank you.
I hand back the bread. To my surprise, Kira unwraps the plastic and takes a small bite.
Do you like it? It's good, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's delicious.
Aww. Kira's eyes widen. She looks away with a small blush dusts her cheeks. Mina and I both smile.
I'm glad you think so.
Thank you for the delicious bread.
You're welcome. Feel free to come by anytime.
Thanks.
The bell dings as Kira leaves the shop. Mina looks at me and raises an eyebrow.
On the house, huh? That's awfully generous of you.
Yeah, she gives me free stuff all the time. What? I was trying to be nice.
Uh-huh. Is that it? You just wanted to be nice?
Yep.
Then how come you never offer me anything on the house?
There's lots of reasons. Because you work here, I already get everything for free.
You mean it's because I'm not Kira?
No. A blush burns my face. Mina laughs.
Whatever you say, cuz.
I know Mina's joking, but was it really so obvious? I can't deny the part of me that hopes to come back and visit more often because of this. The rest of the evening goes by quickly. A few regulars come in and get their usual orders. I don't run into any other classmates, though. Mina and I close the bakery and clean up together before heading back home. Man, working at a family restaurant, like, it would be kind of brutal, but at the same time, like, as long as it's, like, done right, like, it does sound really pleasant, doesn't it? Like, I worked at Subway's sandwich shops for a long time, and that was fine, but, like, it would be such a different atmosphere if it was, like, a family business. I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. I wash up and get ready for the night and it isn't until after I fall into bed that I realize I forgot to get my cupcake. No, I worked so hard for it. I hope they'll still save it for me. Before long, I drift off to sleep. Mina wakes me up bright and early the next day. Took a quick shower and meet everyone downstairs for breakfast.
Good morning, sweetie.
Hello, Emiko. But we are going to be ending here for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Just as I was hoping, this has been a lifting of my spirits, a joy to be around. It's been a pleasure to show you this series and to be able to just enjoy that plethora of just fun interactions and activities. It's just glorious. It kind of reminds me heavily of Ace Academy, but without the like looming pressure of performing in the mech battles, which I really liked how it kind of bounced between the two, but it is kind of this like, this is the dew of pure like joyful innocence and just enjoying life in high school kind of idea. It's really, really fun. Kind of takes me back to my old high school days, and like it actually reminds you how much fun I had in high school. Like there's a lot of not so great things that happened there, but when I really look back, I had a lot more positive than negative. So it's always really fun to kind of reminisce about that while I play a game like this. Also, just want to be a quick update. There's a decent chance that whilst this might not be the last episode before a break, I am going to be taking a break here in the near future. And I'm not exactly sure how far I'm going to get along because I'm actually pre-recording all these videos to make sure that I have stuff coming out as long as I can while I'm gone. But frankly, I'm taking a vacation to take a vacation, so I'm not going to push myself so hard that it's going to be like perfectly covered. I wish I could, but I just don't have the time. I'm not at a point where I could like record multiple videos and just let someone edit them for me. If I could do that, I could go crazy with it, but frankly, that's just not going to be something I can do for a very long time, and that's perfectly fine. But I just want to give you a heads up, so if there is a gap, know that the channel's not dying. I'm not gone away. I'm just gone on vacation. I'll be back before you know it. I'll probably even be posting updates while I'm gone, so check out the community tab. Keep an eye on the Discord channel. You'll catch up with all that. But thank you specifically to all you wonderful patrons. Thank you for your donations and your support. Whether you donated just once or you continue to donate to this day, I appreciate every cent. I hope you look forward to the upcoming patron cast. And also, I just want you to know I appreciate everything you do. Thank you so much. And for those of you who are watching, I also appreciate everything you do because frankly, being here on the video, leaving a like or a comment is the best thing you can do to support me. And I really appreciate that because I love this, and I love being able to bring content that you can enjoy. So thank you so much for all of your fantastic input, the great conversations we get to have, and I look forward to hearing more games that you want me to play in the future. So please leave a comment if there's something you want to play specifically, and if you really want to make sure it gets logged properly, on my Discord, again, there's actually a separate, like, kind of conversation. It's about VN recommendations. Please post it there. I go back and review that every time we come up to the end of a series and check and see if there's anything that really catches my interest. It also helps me kind of catalog like requests, because comments on videos can kind of get lost through the miasma of time on YouTube, but the Discord server, because it's all organized and it keeps a backlog, it's really unlikely that I'll lose track of it. So I highly recommend you do that. But thank you so much. And until the next video, watching me up, see me in next. I'll see you there.